a service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is right up on top of your CNC news pages. One of New York's economic indicators shows Empire State residents feeling more confident about the economy, some of them a lot more confident. The Siena Research Institute has released its quarterly report on consumer confidence across New York. This measures how people think the economy is doing now and how optimistic they feel about the future. After mixed results in winter and spring, the summer quarter showed confidence up over last year in every part of the state, from 8% in Utica to 29% in New York City. Now, the author of the study, Dr. Douglas Landstrom, would be the first to tell you that this isn't quite as optimistic as it sounds. New Yorkers, including people in Rochester and Buffalo, are more confident than they were at this time last year, but that reflects a strong September. So if you look at the entire third quarter, Rochesterians actually felt 4.8% less confident that the economy is on the right track. Landstrom says the overall trend for the state is still up, driven by a surge of economic confidence from downstate. He says people's buying plans for the fall are approaching the levels seen before the recession, so retailers might actually get a better 2012 shopping season. 2 Brighton High School students remained hospitalized Wednesday morning. 2 others were checked out and released from Strong Memorial Hospital after their car plowed into the rear of a school bus on Warren Avenue. The Tuesday afternoon crash came shortly after 3:30, just after Council Rock Elementary School let out for the day. The injured students were all in the car, and they were between the ages of 14 and 16. The Brighton Central School District bus was carrying children home from the Council Rock School when the accident happened. The school district says there were 4 Brighton High students in the car and 4 Council Rock students plus the driver on the bus. The elementary school children and the driver weren't injured, and the kids went home with their parents. The 4 high school students were hurt, and they went to Strong Memorial. Brighton police said the car rear-ended the bus and became wedged beneath it. They believe the car may have been exceeding the 25 mph speed limit. They were still investigating at the scene until well after 10 p.m. Emergency responders had to lift the bus off the mangled car to rescue the seriously injured driver and front seat passenger. Police did not identify the teenage victims, but neighbors said there were 1 girl and 3 boys. The Brighton Central School District has counselors available during school hours for students who want to talk about the incident. A Monroe County grand jury has indicted a suspended Monroe County jail deputy on several charges resulting from a car crash in Hamlin back in the spring. Paul Dozer, who is 40, stands accused of aggravated DWI and violating Leandra's law by driving drunk with a child in the car. Dozer rolled his Subaru on Brick Schoolhouse Road in Hamlin. The sheriff's department said he was intoxicated at the time and had a 6-year-old in the car. Dozer's license was suspended, and he is also on suspension from his job. A former reality TV personality accused of selling herself as a prostitute to a prominent Rochester lawyer made a court appearance in the Genesee County town of Pembroke on Tuesday. Alicia Gustafaro, who's 21, pleaded not guilty to charges of prostitution, criminal impersonation, and drug possession, and she faces another court date December 11th. State police say Gustafaro was partially clad in a car with Rochester attorney James Doyle on the night of August 27th. Officers who questioned and then took the pair into custody reported that Doyle was slumped over the steering wheel, passed out, and they said Gustafaro had drugs and at first gave them a false name. Papers filed in court included a statement she gave that night saying that she had agreed to have sex with Doyle for $700. Her attorney says she doesn't remember saying that. Doyle, who is also facing charges, said at the time the couple had gone out. They got tired on the way back home, and he said they pulled into the Pembroke rest stop on the thruway to take a nap. Gustafaro appeared as a teenager in the ABC reality series Wife Swap. Last year, she settled a lawsuit against the network over the way she was portrayed in the program. Members of the women's volleyball team at SUNY Geneseo made a brief court appearance Tuesday evening for arraignment on charges resulting from an underage drinking party. 11 State University College at Geneseo students were charged in an alleged hazing incident over the Labor Day weekend. Village police say freshman members of the women's volleyball team were blindfolded, handcuffed, and forced to drink shots as part of an unauthorized initiation ritual. One student ended up hospitalized with alcohol poisoning. 6 of the students appeared in court. The other 5 were represented by their attorneys. All pleaded not guilty to charges of unlawfully dealing with a minor and hazing, and they'll be back in court November 13th. SUNY Geneseo officials canceled the women's volleyball season after learning of the hazing incidents. The college plans to proceed with its own disciplinary action on each of the students involved. To the left of this window are links to these and other stories. At the bottom of the page in that gray bar, links you can use to directly post us news items that you heard about, things you've written, items you want to share. And we also want community news because we're your community news resource. So post us your birth announcements, wedding announcements, business openings, all that sort of thing. And we'll get them up here for you. Next news as it happens, updates when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.